The question, how fast can a person with no musical background learn to play decent guitar? This is an impossible question to answer, so here I go. I will give it a try. Learning guitar, or practically any other instrument, is like growing a plant in a greenhouse. You start from the seed, the desire to want to learn to play. Without this seed, the exercise is doomed to ultimate failure. So you have the seed. Now you need to plant it in fertile soil and water it. I think of this as the music that we hear around us every day, on the radio, etc. It nourishes our seed, and things begin to sprout. Something happens. The plant starts to grow, and the what was once just one stem suddenly bifurcates into 2, then 3, 4. Before you know it, the plant is a huge bush and looks like it could grow into a large tree. Enough with the metaphor. What I am really trying to say is that because the world of music, not just the guitar, is so vast, it is extremely difficult to answer the question. For example, let's just say that you are interested in jazz guitar. It will probably take you many years to become proficient playing jazz guitar. On the other hand, say you want to play Western folk music, it may take you considerably less time to reach a standard where you and your audience feel comfortable. I have played guitar for about 60 years, and although I no longer count myself as a rank beginner, I am prepared to acknowledge that I still have mountains to climb before I could claim any real degree of expertise. So, I offer you 2 thoughts in response to your question. When I look back to my teen years, I can imagine how long it took me to feel that I knew enough about the guitar and to be confident playing it in front of other people. The answer is about 2 years, but I know now that, in truth, I actually knew very little after those 2 years, but it sounded good enough for me and my buddies. Playing a musical instrument, for those of us who have no realistic ambitions to be a professional, is best measured in personal satisfaction rather than actual measurable skill levels. I know lots of guitar players who have played for years and get enormous enjoyment out of it, but seem to be unable to appreciate that most of the time their instruments are slightly out of tune. It is not so much about musical background, although I accept that somebody who has a degree in music with a specialty in a plucked string instrument will have a leg up from somebody with no musical background, but more about the desire to make sounds that appeal to you. It also depends on if you have a teacher that is able to help you reach your desired musical goal, and lastly, how much effort in terms of study and practice you are prepared to put in. The Rolling Stones had limited talent when they first started, but they had unlimited desire to succeed in the musical genre that they wanted to emulate. They spent months, years living in appalling conditions, practically starving, but all the time honing their musical skills. If they can do it, so can you. But it's not necessary to starve.